Hello, everyone. It's always pleasure to be here live with you on a Wednesday afternoon. Spring is sprung. Spring has sprung pretty much now. We still have a little bit of cold weather, but it's definitely going to get warm. So I hope you have some plans for gardening. It's such a beautiful thing to actually do. Not only will we become more sustainable, um, it's also very interesting to teach our children how things grow. One of the things that I often actually talk about in chronic conditions is how does nature work? So when we sow a seed, typically things don't grow overnight. So the same way, if you have a chronic disease, if you're actually looking for treatment or if you already are under treatment, are you giving it enough time or do you feel frustrated soon enough? Typically, a seed is sown. It takes 3 weeks for the seed to even sprout, some even longer. But on average, it's 3 weeks for it to even sprout. So things actually just start appearing a little bit at that point. And then it takes another maybe, anywhere between 2 months to 4 months or 6 months in order for it to produce something that is edible. So, if that is the case, how come we don't give ourselves that grace, that time to whether we have to lose weight, if that's your goal, or if it is something that you actually want to change in your body, in case of, maybe an autoimmune condition or any kind of chronic condition for that matter. How come we don't even give ourselves 6 months in order for us to change something? So that's actually what I want to talk about today. How do we think about our health? How do we think about how quickly we need to get help in order for us to be able to get what we want? Many times, it's always kind of a difficult thing when you are in pain, when any of us are in pain. Like when I'm in pain, I understand how difficult it is. So it makes us think about, oh, this is never going to get better, or, I just have to live with this for the rest of my life, or many different things. We actually have all these kinds of thought processes. We feel frustrated. And I understand all of that because I have a body too. I've had my share of pains as well. But how do we actually constantly think is something that actually contributes to health or disease. If we think that our body is working towards health, working towards healing, then we can actually have a lot more hope. And it also means that we will be actually a little bit more kinder in our choices towards our highest good as well. But if that is not the case, what do? We actually feel frustrated. We make choices that doesn't really serve our highest good or even to get to the goal that we actually want in our life. So we actually make poor choices, and then in turn, it affects our health because of those poor choices, but also because of the stressful chemicals that are produced in response to the thoughts that we are having, that we are never going to get better, we are never going to actually be healthy, maybe things will only get worse. And the dialogues and the words that we actually speak around our health. I've heard so many people talk about, well, once you hit 40, everything goes south. Or once you hit 50, everything starts going down south. Sometimes it's even sooner. Some people actually start saying that, oh my God, I'm going to be 30. It's like, almost middle age already. And honestly speaking, I had heard all these things so many times that when I hit 30, I actually was kind of feeling depressed before I was about to hit 30. I was like, wow, I'm going to be 30. This means that, I'm like in my middle age years and this is it, there's really nothing to look forward to. And then when I was about to hit 40, I actually changed it. I wasn't really anymore believing all of those kinds of things. So around maybe 33, 34, I realized that, every age can be as beautiful if we embrace that age and what it comes with. But that doesn't mean that my health actually has to fail just because I'm at a certain age. It also depends on what choices I make, how well I take care of myself, Yes, obviously, when we are a little younger, we can actually do some things a little erratically and we may still be able to get away with it. That doesn't necessarily happen when we are a little older. That is not because we are older, that's because of so many years of abuse that we have done to our own bodies. But nowadays, even that is not really true because we see a lot of children in our practice who are not really healthy, who have chronic diseases. So, really, is it true that you can do anything when you're young, but when you're older, you have to be extremely careful? Not really true. We always have to be paying attention to our health. We always have to take good care of our health. And if we don't do that, we are going to face the consequences of that. And so, what kinds of words do you say to yourself? Do you say things like, oh my God, this part of my body is ugly? Or that, oh my God, I look ugly? Or, oh my God, look at me, I'm such a fat cow? Or that, oh my God, I'm so thin, I don't have any flesh on my body. Oh, my breasts are small. Oh, my breasts are big. What do we say? I mean, all these things, and, or if it's men, is my hair, the thing that actually decides whether I look young or old. Oh, well, I'm short, I'm tall. Oh, I don't have enough muscles. I have enough muscles, or I'm too big. What is it that we talk to ourselves? Because all of these things, if it doesn't make us feel good when we say it, it produces certain chemicals in our body. Just like when we actually see our favorite food being eaten by someone else, but we can't really eat it, but we're just watching them eat it, makes us produce saliva. Even though our brain knows that we are not going to be eating it, we are still thinking about it, and our thoughts produce saliva. So, which means it's a physiological response that has been created for just thinking about something. So you can understand now that if we keep thinking thoughts like, I am ugly, I am not good enough, I am not worthy, well, I'm always a failure, I'm not confident, I'm not patient, I am bad, I have bad habits, I am not disciplined, any of these things that doesn't really serve our highest good. When we say that to ourselves over and over and over again, it not only produces chemical response in our body that can stress us out, but it can also make neural circuits that become stronger and stronger and stronger, making us only have those personalities that change becomes extremely hard. So if you want to change something, I always say start with your language. Change your language, change your life. So if you change it, so if let's say that you want to lose weight, then you can actually start saying things like, I am doing everything that I need to do in order for me to be able to, get where I need to get. I am actually healthy. My body is doing everything to be at its optimal weight. So we actually start changing the way we talk to ourselves. We change the language we use with other people as well. I mean, obviously, the things that we tell other people is usually what we tell ourselves as well internally. We don't have different language. I mean, if we do, sometimes it's not authentic. But what do we honestly tell ourselves? What do we honestly tell other people? Usually is a very clear indicator of how we feel about ourselves. So if you have a lot of deprecating comments about yourself, maybe it's time to change that. If you actually believe something about your own body, in the sense that, I even have people tell me that, well, I just have to look at food, I will gain weight. And how is that going to actually affect our ability to lose weight? A lot. It's actually not going to make it easy for you to lose weight at all if you are someone who says anything similar to that. Instead, if you said to yourself that it's very easy for me to lose weight, I make all the choices that I need to make in order for me to get to optimal weight. I am extremely powerful. I am strong. I am beautiful. I am confident. I am loving. I am courageous. I make brave choices. I am disciplined. Any of these things, what it does is it actually changes not only the today but the tomorrow as well, because our language changes and makes our tomorrow, and our actions absolutely makes our tomorrow. So from those words that we speak and the chemicals we make and the neural circuits that we form, we can make a beautiful tomorrow. So this spring, what can you sow in yourself that can actually make a beautiful blooming or fruiting tree in the future? Think about that. And I would love to hear your comments as always. Are there some things that you're actually saying to yourself that you love? One of my patients actually said this, and I loved it. She said that whenever she actually gets sick or one of her body parts is hurting, what she says to that body part is that you are so sweet, you're so beautiful, I love you, it's okay, we are going to be okay, everything is going to be okay with you. And she said she pampers it, and I loved it. I loved that she was actually pampering her body parts, because honestly speaking, that's the only thing that comes with us for the rest of our life. So why wouldn't we, right? We don't even have a replacement for it. So why wouldn't we, right? So it was beautiful. I mean, it sounds corny sometimes, but if we don't have another body laying around for us to be able to replace, then we need to take good care of what we have. And that actually comes with the words we speak as well, and actions. So, what words are you saying that are empowering? What words are you saying that actually help you stay on track? What are the words that you're saying that may not be as well, but that you could change? How would you change it? Let me know in the comments. I would love, love, love to hear those kinds of things, because most of us, as much as we think that many struggles are just our own, they are not. Many of our struggles are collective. Most people have similar struggles. Maybe with what you share, somebody else might actually feel inspired. Maybe somebody else will take that and run with it. And I would love to hear from you. Oop. All right. I'll see you next time. Thank you for joining. Bye-bye.